Hey there, everybody. Tyler James here, and I've got a quick update and a sort of public service announcement for all of you guys who use Dropbox, especially the Dropbox Pro program. And this is sort of an update that will have to go into the comics launch course and some of the other materials that I've done in the past, because you guys should know by now that I'm a big Dropbox fan. So if you're not a Dropbox user, then you can just kind of ignore this. But if you are a Dropbox user, I've got a cool little technique that you can do to, but also just something that you need to be aware of. And so Dropbox is something I have both the on desktop app installed. So here's my Dropbox folder. Also have the Dropbox. Here's Dropbox available from online, from the web. But specifically what we're talking about here is the change that is going into effect September 1st to the public folder. So as of September 1st, Dropbox will no longer be supporting a public folder option. Now, if you've never used the public folder, this isn't going to be a big deal for you. But if you're someone like me who has used the public folder option, has recommended the public folder option, this is actually a big deal and a big pain in my butt. Okay, so what's the public folder? Well, basically, the public folder is designed for files that you want to share with people. For example, a low-res PDF that you want people to review. And basically what you want to do, or what you would do in the past, is you would just put anything that you'd want to share. So here's a review or a PDF of the And Then Only Is Gone trade, which is available for review, all right? And so you would just put anything that you're going to share publicly that you're going to give people a link to. And then what you would do is you would just click on this and go to Copy Public Link, and then when I do that, and if I went into a browser and I posted this link and I click that, then this should just automatically download, right? Now it would just automatically download, and that's really what you want. Like, you don't want to add extra steps. You don't want this thing opening up in the browser and then having people ask it to log in to a tool like Dropbox or Google Drive or anything. Like, you just want one click and it downloads. And there's a lot of there's a lot of places where that's the experience that you'd want your end user to have, because the more steps you add in, the more opportunities you're giving people to be like, I don't want to actually get this. All right. And so that was really helpful. Unfortunately, as of September 1st, I think for free Dropbox users, this public folder has already gone away completely. And for Dropbox paid users, Dropbox Pro users, I'm a Dropbox Pro user. I spend about $100 a month so that I can have like a full terabyte of space, and I never have to worry about keeping these things empty. Like, it's not worth my time to constantly be like emptying this. It's worth the money to just not have to think about keeping this so low in terms of storage space. But as of September 1st, that public feature is going away. Essentially anything, if you do have a public folder, so anything in this public folder is going, it's not going to disappear. I've met with I had a chat session yesterday with Dropbox's public service or chat service. And so basically this folder is just going to convert to a regular folder. But the challenge is every one of those Dropbox public links is no longer going to work. So the challenge for me is I have to go through my email automated sequences. I have to go through just a lot of stuff. I got to go through web pages. I got to go through some past blog posts, anywhere where I was sharing. And you can see my public folder over the last 7 years, it's got a lot of stuff in it. Now, most of this stuff was sort of a one-time or just a limited time download. And so I don't really have to worry about all of those. But then some of these things are on web pages or on landing page sequences or on thank you pages, and I need to go through and update. So it's going to be a big project. It's a big pain in my butt. So the question is, if this is going away, well, what do you do next? Like, I still want to share stuff, right? You may still want to share stuff with people. And so can I still use Dropbox for that? And so the answer is you can. And I want to show you a little trick because they've made it a little bit, they've done this, and I talked to it, like the reason they made this change is for security reasons and for protection, but I think also for personal branding reasons. But so let me show you this, what the change is now. So if you want to share a file with somebody in the same way, all right, then all you have to do is you have to go find the file. And so you don't have to have so one of the pros is that you don't have to have the public file, okay? Like you can share any file from like any file that's anywhere. So let's, for example, here's an 8 megabyte file. This is the Andrew Pauly C is for Cthulhu Paper Toy PDF download. So if I want to share this with anybody, what you're going to do is you're going to right click and then you're going to hit copy Dropbox link. And I'm just going to open up a incognito window. So it's copy the Dropbox link, okay? And I'll paste this in here. And you're going to see a link that looks like this, and it's going to end with DL equals 0, all right? And that's the default. So we'll come back to that in a second. So watch what happens when I hit that. So before, it would just automatically download and I would automatically get it. Now what happens is it opens up in a Dropbox Preview window. So it's like Dropbox is trying to be smart. It's trying to be smart about what this content is. And then it's going to open up in a preview window and it's going to have this comment bar pop up and it's going to prompt you to sign in. It's also going to give you the option to download. And so people can then do they can click download, direct download, and then it downloads, okay? And there's also the save to my Dropbox option. So again, it's not that big a difference. It's not that big a difference, but it is a difference. And it takes a little bit longer. And I don't like it because for some things, like I don't want it to take any longer. I just want you guys, I want to be able to have a link that people can instantly download. And so right now, there is no way on Dropbox for you to right click and get that copy link. But you can, but here's the cool thing. Here's the trick is that you can actually still easily get the direct download link simply by copying that URL. All right. I'm going to copy this URL. Watch this. I'm going to open up a new window. I'm going to paste. Let's go to full screen. I'm going to paste in this, and now I'm going to go in and I'm going to change that 0 to a 1. Now watch what happens. So again, and if I copy this, now I can copy this link by changing the equals 0 to equals a 1, and I'm going to hit enter, and boom, instant download. So this is the same exact functionality as that public link, that instant download. It doesn't bring up all that other stuff. And so that's how you do it. But what you'd actually have to do is you have to copy your Dropbox public link, or you'd have to copy the Dropbox link. Again, one more time, you would just, if you're using the desktop, you'd go over here, you'd hit copy Dropbox link. You would then paste it somewhere and change it from a 0 to a 1, and then copy this. And then this is the link that you would share, the link that you would embed on your websites, the link that you would embed on in your email sequences if you wanted them to just download it directly and not go through all this in-browser, Dropbox, sign-in, other stuff, all right? If you don't mind this other stuff, if you don't mind the preview, if you like the preview, well, then just use that copy Dropbox link. Same thing goes over here if you're using Dropbox via the web. So let's see what I can find here. I can just look for the same thing. All right, let's go to sync. So I go in the sync folder, and what do we have? Sync number 1 or sync number 3. So I got a PDF over here. Let's say I wanted to share this PDF. I would just go over here, click here, and here's my items over here. Actually, I think what I have to do is click here. Nope. Oh, yeah. You could click share, create a link. set up your link settings. And so it's a little bit more, it looks like to be a little bit more cumbersome over here. Actually, yeah, it's a little bit more cumbersome over here. Copy link. Let's see. And again, when you get a copy link like that, it notice that DL equals 0. So basically that's download equals 0. Is it going to download or not? You'll see when you do that, when you copy the link, it's going to pull it up in this browser window. It's going to take longer. This is another reason why it just takes a little bit longer. It's got the sign in, it's got the download, it's got these comments. Did this preview load quickly? No. But if instead you change that 0 to a 1, I change that 0 to a 1, boom, and there it is. There's that instant download. All right, so hope that helps, guys. You know, I've been a big Dropbox fan. I left a message on Dropbox and talking to the person. I'm saying, hey, you know, why are you making me add this extra step? That functionality was super helpful. I don't know why you've changed it, but they have changed it. And so we just need to roll with the punches. If you want to keep using Dropbox and do that instant download, that's the trick to do it. Hope this is helpful.